The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign. I'm so happy you are here. We are the magazine, podcast, and community guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves. From heart-led conversations to magical meditations, our inspiring guests will show you how they can help you step into your sovereign self. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice and step into your power? Then keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you today. Hello, I have the privilege of reconnecting with Patricia Wald Hopkins, Sovereign Magazine's multidimensional wealth consciousness columnist. She is a guide, Akashic wisdom keeper, and the founder of the Voices of Gaia project. Blending her background in environmental science, feminine leadership, and energy medicine, she supports the rise of new earth leaders through frameworks like the White Lioness Mystery School and Infinite Self Oracle. A Gene Keys ambassador, Kundalini yoga teacher, and alchemist of beauty and truth, she transmits light codes through writing, her voice, and ritual to awaken remembrance and restore harmony with Gaia. Welcome back, Patricia.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be here.
Yes, if you haven't listened to any of Patricia's other podcasts yet, definitely go back and listen to her February and March full moon one as well. She's absolutely magical, and we're going to be building upon what she spoke about in her other episodes. We are talking about Power and Ego, which is the March new moon issue. And in your article, Sovereign Fire, Power That Heals and the Path of Miraculous Abundance, you explore how prosperity is born not from accumulation, but rather frequency, alignment, and is definitely soul-rooted in sovereignty. And one of the things that we've talked about before is this golden spiral, which is a spiritual architecture woven through 8 different archetypes of the voices of Gaia. And in this article, we're going to be talking about the archetype of the miracle worker. So for those who haven't read your article yet, why don't you share a little bit more about what you wrote and maybe perhaps why you wrote it?
Sure, I'd love to. So the miracle worker is actually the 3rd archetype in the golden spiral. And the first 2 that I've talked about before, those 2 are like about setting the stage. And the miracle worker is actually where you begin to explore the world a little bit. It's learning to navigate life and where you need to go each day from your center, from the sovereign part of yourself, the part that lives in the womb, the sovereign white lioness. And it's a skill that you have to develop. But when you do follow that inner compass and you listen to where it is that Gaia is calling you or that your higher self is calling you, that's when you open up the field to miracles. Because there's not resistance in the field, and you're able to move there with ease and grace, and you're able to share what it is that you need to share that day with the people or the place or whatever it is. And so it doesn't use up energy that, it doesn't waste energy places. And so it also creates a field of what I call rejuvenation field around your body. So you're like an acupuncture needle, and you're being guided to different places on the earth. It could just be down to the neighborhood market. I don't know. It could be that simple, or it could be going like on a retreat to Avalon and Glastonbury, where I went this past summer. But you're going there with purpose, like this deep purpose. And so when you get there, you put that acupuncture needle in the grid, the earth grid, which is you, And you're not only transmitting the information that you need to there, but you're being fed by it because it's aligned. And Gaia will always source you when you are in alignment because you're open.
So, on our past episodes, we talked about the white lioness living in the womb, and we talked about the peacekeeper and the gatekeeper and how they really help us, like, kind of clear the space or protect the space around us. So now I get the sense that the miracle worker maybe is a little bit more active and yes. Okay. I wanted to make sure I was following you. And so, this power that we are experiencing, right? So, we're talking about power and ego. And with the miracle worker and her radiance, if you will, and our ability to connect directly into the earth's sovereignty and being able to embody that, how can we start to connect that as well to the frequency of wealth and abundance?
When we listen to what is truly in alignment for us, the ego steps aside. And when the ego steps aside, our collective is very mind-driven, not heart-centered or even body-centered a lot. And so the miracle worker has the ability to teach you to follow that inner guidance. And when you do that, you're going to put yourself in places where miracles occur, not only for others, but for you. And that includes wealth. And that doesn't just mean financial wealth. It's a wealth of being in an environment, being with people that like just light you up and nourish you. So she is active. The miracle worker archetype is active. She takes you, she shows you, she trained that inner miracle worker in you where you need to go take your body so that you can be, be in reciprocal harmony with earth and with everybody around you. And then you are in the wealth frequency when you do that versus, I think I need to go here because I'm going to get this degree or I'm going to get this, a latte from this store because I heard it. It's just like misalignment.
Yeah.
And so when you go where you're called from that deep place, you end up with so much wealth.
Less proving, right? And more worthiness. It is time to rise. We are being called to stand behind independent voices, movements, and media that refuse to be owned. Sovereign Magazine has never spoken to an advertiser, a corporation, or a billionaire. We are a grassroots movement made for and funded by you. If you are ready to rise, to shatter ceilings, and to stand in your truth, do it with us. It's free. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Every click helps us reach more people around the globe, ready to remember who they are. Are you coming with us? Okay, I'm going to move us into steps to your sovereign self because if anybody has experienced Patricia's activations, visualizations, attunements with some light language, they're very powerful. So if you're driving, please pause, come back to this. We're going to set the stage for you to really experience her magic. It is quite powerful, so be prepared. And I'm going to hand it over to her, and we are going to hopefully talk with the miracle worker and get her guidance today.
I love that. So what I'm going to do right now, and I know you all will not have this, but I have essential oil blends for each one of the archetypes. And today I haven't been doing that, but I feel called to anoint myself with just oil to tune into her because the plant allies, the essential oils, they're magical in that they will go into your brain when you inhale them.
Which oil do you have?
The oils in this one are, I'll be quick, Roman chamomile, the oil of spiritual purpose, clary sage, the oil of clarity and vision, sweet orange, the oil of joy and abundance, and Tagates, or it's marigold, the oil of prosperity. And so if you can even feel just the words of those, like they're going to help guide you to joy, abundance, prosperity. The Roman chamomile like soothes, right? Soothes the nervous system, allows you to drop in. And so they wanted to be here today. It's part of this transmission. And the oils will go directly into the brain, in particular into the mammalian part of the brain, the amygdala, and they help to unwind the old baggage, the old memories from emotions, so that you can drop in and tune in to where it is do I need to go today, tonight, whatever time of day it is for you. So let's just do that. Let's take a moment and just imagine that these plant allies have crossed through this screen here, this audio to you. And think about this field, this golden field with orange and like the marigolds. Think of marigolds. I mean, they're so beautiful. And think of, chamomile and sage and, just all those beautiful plants, like they're around you right now and they're supporting you and you're feeling held by them in their frequency. And the miracle workers, she usually shows up in orange and yellows and maybe some greens, and she shows up and she's usually got like a backpack on her and she's like ready to go somewhere. She's got a map and a compass and there's, she's got a spirit animal, which is just like the hummingbird. And she's like, we're going to go on an adventure. Are you ready? Are you ready to go on the adventure of your life? And you might say, what does that mean? She says, let's just sit down. Let's sit down together and take a few breaths together and I'll tell you about it. So let's just close our eyes gently and take a few deep breaths. Feeling rooted and connected to your seat if you're sitting down. And if you're standing, why don't you just take a moment to really feel your feet firmly on the ground. Because you never want to go running off in any direction ungrounded. And maybe you don't even want to go running. You want to slow down enough that you can listen and feel and maybe see in your inner eye where you need to go today or tonight. And place your hands on your womb, because it's from that place in your body, from that womb of sovereignty, that you will be guided in integrity. So you can begin to do some hip circles maybe, or figure 8. And just letting your root drop a cord down into Mother Earth as you start to turn up some sacral energy. Starts to light up your body, turn on systems and senses that maybe have been dormant. And the miracle worker is going to share some codes to wake that system up for you so that you can tune in where you really are aligned to go. Where are you going to go where you can be a miracle worker? Bring in miracles, bring in change, bring in abundance, bring in joy and grace. Sha'ala ni haleno o la ili sha'ile ni ma haleko. Jahili ni sha'ili a iliko. Sha'ili ni ma hali sha'ole yunale itia oi. Hahale ishale ikiti aha itoi. Shmahe sha'olai. eye, and you might see like a map show up in front. Imagine that a map shows up. Just notice what's on that map. Is it a map of where you live right now? Is it a map of some foreign land? Is it a map of your house? Your neighborhood? Just trusting whatever it is, whatever vision you had without overthinking it, without thinking it, but feeling it arise from your womb space. That is where you're being called. And if you allow yourself to go there now, just energetically, as a practice before you actually go, notice as you go to that place, do you still feel called there? Because you always have to be discerning, checking back in with a gatekeeper. About am I in integrity here? Did something shift? But if you feel an integrity, you feel a connection, then connect your channel to that grid. Sha'eleka ishonahale, ale nale ie ok, sha'elik ta'ai. And just letting your acupuncture needle of your body just fully connect to that grid and begin to activate the miracle that you're calling into your life today. And knowing that sometimes you may not be able to go there physically, but you can do this work energetically. And I invite you to do that this week. Every day, tune in. Ask the miracle worker to help you see and to sense and to feel that inner guidance, that inner compass. And begin an adventure of your life that is truly full of abundance and joy and wealth, multidimensional. So take a moment now to come back into your body, saying thank you to the miracle worker for her support. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes, come back to the present.
Wow, you are just absolutely incredible. Every time I do these with you, I tell you that. I tell you how magical you are. For anybody who wants to share your experience with Patricia, she's in our community, community.sovereign-magazine.com. If you enjoyed this, like, share, subscribe. Also, she's going to be back for some more in April in our full moon, new moon issue. And all of her details are in the show notes with how to connect with her and her incredible magic. So definitely look for her in the coming weeks and months. It is such a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure is all mine.
Okay, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another soul-led entrepreneur here to help you step into your sovereign self. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details to connect with today's guest or join the movement are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million women to self-sovereignty.